Hi, my name is Kaitlin Dickinson and I'm on the Seattle Pacific Women's Rowing team.
Kaitlin had come off a hectic weekend down to the WIRA Championships in Gold River, California. You rode in a pair of boats. How'd things go over the weekend?
We did surprisingly well. I was really proud of the crew and the team and what we were able to pull together. We haven't necessarily as a team had much experience racing like head to head, like super close to other boats. Usually we're like, there's open water between us and other boats, so it was really good to have that open water or that like competition, looking over and seeing the other crews pulling hard and like having that edge us on and just being able to come together as a team and like do better than I thought was possible. It was a really cool experience.
Great. You rode in the top boat, the Varsity 8, and qualified for the Petite Final Saturday. On Sunday, rode to a second place finish in that and went under the 7-minute mark. What did it feel like to do that?
It's hard to go off of times because each course is different, but it was definitely an achievement. Like, I'm proud of that, and that was just, we were coming across and about 500 meters left. That's when the crowds start cheering. You can hear them when we're along the beach, and it's like, wow, we're here already. Like, it's crazy how fast it goes by, and it just motivates you to pull so much harder. So that was a really cool thing.
In that race, you started out, you were kind of toward the back of the pack and then moved through. How was the crew able to walk through so many others?
A big focus this season for us hasn't been on starts and it hasn't been on sprinting at the end. It's just been setting the middle pace. And so since we've put so much focus on that, I think we were just able to set our rhythm and hammer down and just follow through the entire race.
Great. Well, both Saturday and Sunday, the Stern Four, which included you, after the Varsity 8 race, you had a couple hours to get ready for a Novice 4 race. First off, what's the key to getting ready for another event like that?
That was pretty crazy, just having to race that much. I'm not used to that because we usually don't do that many races in one weekend. So it was like getting off of the water and then driving straight back to the hotel and resting for like as little as 45 minutes sometimes, and then driving back to the course and getting ready to go out and race. So it was really hot down there, so keeping us in the shade and out of the heat and everything, and just drinking enough water and eating so that way we're ready to go.
Well, that Novice 4, you won your heat and then went on to the grand final and finished second in that in another great race. Your thoughts on that?
That was really crazy. It was like we ended up second behind Western by about a little over a second, and like that was just really cool since they're ranked so high, and like we pulled off of the out of the finish and they all looked at us and they said that we intimidated them so much, so that was really cool, and just being able to experience that, and like I'm just so proud of everyone in my boat. So.
Well, you have one more opportunity to row this season, and that's at the Windermere Cup just across town on the Mountain Lake Cut with the Varsity 8. It's a unique event. What have you heard about it?
I've heard that there's going to be a lot of people there, and it's cool because it's about as close to home as we can get for racing. So like I know a lot of parents will be there if we're close to home, and so I'm excited for my parents to finally get to see me row. Yeah. Unique
course, real narrow cut. Fans align both sides. They've had tens of thousands of people. How could that impact a crew?
So I've been told that the closer we get to the finish line, the harder it'll be to hear our coxswain. So it'll be really important for us to have a race plan down, and then just to stay focused and like keep our heads in the boat, so that way we can finish out the race strong.
Great. Well, let's talk a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from Monroe, Washington.
And which high school?
I went to Monroe High School.
Of course you did. Why did you choose to come to SPU?
I just really liked the environment, and I wanted to go to a small Christian school, so this was a perfect fit for me.
And you had not had prior rowing experience. What drew you to SPU rowing?
I met this girl orientation week, and she said, hey, it would be fun if we did this, and so we decided to, and didn't really know what we were getting ourselves into, and it ended up being a lot, but it's definitely paid off, and I've made a lot of really great friends.
So you learned to row from scratch. What has been the most challenging part of that?
Probably feeling guilty for like at the very beginning of the season, I was one of the only girls in the boat who hadn't necessarily had like a ton of previous rowing experience, so just being like really conscious about trying not to mess everything up, but that's kind of gotten better as the season's gone on. So.
Well, kind of the history of rowing is a lot of people who had no experience come to college and really excel, and you're one of those success stories. What would you do to encourage someone who, in your position, coming to school who hadn't rowed before and may want to join the team next year?
Honestly, I'd say just to do it, like just to try it out. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's a hard work, but it's worth it, and I don't regret it for 1 second. So.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and good luck Saturday at the Windermere Cup.
Thank you.